Hi there. So tonight we're going to talk more about linear equations in slope-intercept form. In Chapter 4 we learned that slope-intercept form is this stylus y equals mx plus b, where m is our slope, that's rise over run, and b is our y-intercept. Remember, x equals 0 there. Okay. So we're going to learn how to write linear equations in slope-intercept form if we're given a variety of things. The first, number 1, is if we're given both m, and b. Number 2, we'll be able to write the equation if we're given a graph of a line. Number 3, we're just going to touch on this. This is if it's in function form, and that would be something like, hold on, f of 2 equals 5. Number 4 is if we're given the slope, so we're given m, and we're given a point. We are given, say, one x point and one y point, so that's x1, y1. And the last is if we're given 2 points. So that's if we are given, okay, so that's if we're given 2 points, and that's like if we're given x1, I'm having such, y1, and x2, y2. Okay, let's do the easiest one first. What if I'm given the slope and the intercept, and they say the slope is okay, I'm just going to use my finger because I'm having stylus issues. So let's say I'm given the slope is 1/2, and my y-intercept is -4. And so I need to put it in slope-intercept form. So let's remember the general form is y equals mx plus b. So here's my m, here's my b. So it'll be y equals 1/2 x plus a -4, which is -4. And that's how we write it in slope-intercept form if we're given the slope and the y-intercept. Second one is, let's say we're given a graph, and our line goes through the point 0, 2. Now, I know that's my y-intercept because I can see it, but I also know it is because x is 0. And then my line also goes through the point 1, 3. So I know my y-intercept, which is 2. I just have to find my slope. And my slope is my rise over my run, so I do 3 minus 2 over 1 minus 0. Minus 0. So 3 minus 2 is 1, 1 minus 0 is 1, so my slope is 1. So I can write the equation as y equals 1x plus 2, but I don't need the 1 there, so I can just write y equals x plus 2. Like I said, we're going to talk about a linear function, and this is just another way to write our x and our y points. So in function form, if I have f of 0 equals 2, pretty much what this says, it's like f of x equals my y value. So x, that means x equals 0, y equals 2. Well, first of all, I know that because x equals 0, or that y equals 2 when x is 0, I know that 2 is my y-intercept. My second point I'm given is when x equals 5, f of x equals 4. So pretty much I can write x equals 5 y equals 4. So I know my y-intercept is 2, and I just have to figure out my slope. So my slope is my rise over my run, or 4 minus 2 over 5 minus 0. 4 minus 2 is 2, 5 minus 0 is 5, so my slope is 2/5. My y-intercept is 2. I can write it as y equals 2/5 x plus 2. And there it is in slope-intercept form. All right, the fourth way we can get information and put it into slope-intercept form is if I'm given the slope in 1 point. So let's say that my slope is 1/2, and it goes through the point 8, 3. All right, well, I don't know what my y-intercept is, so I have to figure that out. So let's write the equation. Y equals mx plus b. Now let's remember that x equals 8, and when x equals 8, y equals 3. So I can plug in 1/2, 8, and 3 into this equation and solve for b. So let's do that. I have 3 equals 1/2 times 8 plus b. Well, it gives me 3 equals 1/2 of 8 is 4 plus b. Now to get b by itself, I have to subtract 4 from both sides. So I have b equals -1. Okay, I've got my slope. I've got my y-intercept. I can put it in slope-intercept form. Y equals 1/2 x minus 1. Now, the last way that we can get information and put it in slope-intercept form is if I'm given 2 points. So I know that I have a line that goes through 8, 6, and 12, 9. Now, I could graph this if I want to, but I don't need to because with all the information that I have, I can use all the skills that I have already learned to find both the slope and the y-intercept. So the slope is a rise over the run, so it'll be 9 minus 6 over 12 minus 8. 9 minus 6 is 3. 12 minus 8 is 4. There's my slope. So just like in the last example, let's write our equation down. And let's plug in what I know. So I know m, and I've got this value of x, I'll call that x1, and this value of y, that's y1. This value of x is x2, and this value of y is y2. What these 2 points tell me is that when x is 8, y is 6, or when x is 12, y is 9. So I can choose either of these points and plug it in for x and y and solve for b. And I'm going to choose the first point. Either point will work. So 6 equals 3 over 4 times 8 plus b. So I can reduce reduce the 8 and the 4. That becomes 1. This becomes 2. So I have 6 equals 3 times 2, which is 6, plus b. Subtract 6, and I get b equals 0. So I now know my slope. I know my y-intercept. And I can put it in slope-intercept form. So I get y equals 3 over 4 x plus 0. Now, it's not necessary to write that plus 0. Whoops, it's not necessary to write that plus 0. So my equation is y equals 3 over 4x. Okay, so here are some problems for you to try. I mean, seriously, try these before class tomorrow. Okay, number one, you're given the slope. The slope is 2, and your y-intercept is -7. So put it in slope-intercept form. Number 2, you're given a graph of a line. The line goes through 0, -2, and 1, 0. So there's your line. Not all that straight. The third one I want you to try, you're given the slope, and the slope is 1/3, and it goes through the point 9, -4. Number 4, you're given 2 points. And so remember, you need to find the slope and the y-intercept. In this one, in number 3, you need to find the y-intercept. Good luck, and I will see you tomorrow.